Blepi baro. Ngipdang subhai pi chakan nekatuk kubor jengi upet nor cable news. Hashua beng ne kemi ki kubor ki babnia ne janmet ngen pai shwash kimat bakongsan jengko kubor benta ketayo. Menjur ke kenhun menteri ban ra ka kai pot jaga expert committee hello ke reservation policy hagador bar mangtengka. Keloi ke sarkar beneta ke yang dorbar hello ke kai pot ke expert committee jaga reservation policy bad angnut ke sarkar beneselok hello ke jengwan rung ki mendean. Ke MDA ke yat palat ke bor jong ke jela ha ke MRSSA ong Dr. Mukul M Sangman. Dawa ki kena pulia ke skul ba nehu ban weng kamno yau Profesor PS Chukla. Syak bamdo pauteli gieng ha ke jingjap loading ha ke tan Anjali. Ujor ejahar bat le postmortem ki bahayeng ya kemet usamla baklat na balap iki dak mong ha kemet. Penjak buram upulet home guard volunteer ya ketenat pulet dawa pisah silak tengka bat penhiar syaka katsan hajar tengka hadian baja ke jingsya tenra. Bat mi kesamla kentai bentrai ya ke kam plama. Ke kenhuan menteri ke balai kenduk ha ke sintok ding jong ketayau ke lesem ekarai bandra eka kaipot jong ke expert committee halor ke reservation policy ha ke dorbar mangtengka ke ban sedang ha ke khatnru Tarik benai rempang. Bat ke lemenjuru eka Meghalaya Border Areas Development Service Amendment Rules arhajar arpun riu. Habai keren bikin patai kubor hadian belawai ke jingelang jong ke kenhuan menteri. Menteri rangba ke jelau konrad kongkal sangmau belitu bagi sarkar jela ke lemenjur bandra ke kaipot jong ke expert committee halor ke bahak thungkam lane ke reservation policy ha ke dorbar mangtengka ke ban sedang nado ke khandra Tarik hado ke arpunyo Tarik urempang. Belitu bagi kenhuan menteri ke larai ban pak ke jeng terwa syunglat ke jela ban menjur ban penlong no ke dorbar mangtengka nado ke khandra Tarik hado ke arpunyo Tarik urempang arhajar arpun riu. Batang syuyo ek jing menjur ban penlong ya ke dorbar kum taken sera ek neka kaipot ban yatai hapo ke yang dorbar.
Everything is an expenditure, but if you ask me, this is an investment. So therefore, you can look at it from any other point of view. I've seen that criticism is always there. I think it's important for us to see the larger goal and larger perspective. The fact, as I said today, that sitting here, all departments will talk to each other and understand what's happening, the larger goal and perspective, I think is really the main outcome. Let me share with you one very, very important outcome, and then you can be the judge to tell me whether this is a waste or this is actually productive. So in the first cabinet retreat we had in Sora, the education department gave us a long presentation on ad hoc schools and ad hoc teachers and SSA teachers, including the fact that we're spending close to about 1100 crores on grant in aid, including the fact that government of Meghalaya is one of the few states in the country that supports private schools. In fact, we have about 4,000 private institutes who we support, whereas any other state in the Northeast, the numbers are either zero or even less than 50. So we are really supporting private schools. But yet, the problems are there in terms of, the large number of schools we have, the teacher-student ratios being very, very skewed. So this presentation was given to us in the cabinet retreat when we sat there. And we sat there and looked at those numbers. Every single cabinet minister, every single officer is looking at this saying that this is amazing. I mean, how can we be functioning like this? And we took a decision at that moment. We said, we are going to resolve this in this year 2025. We have to take this decision. And we took that decision, and that's what drove us to decide before Christmas that before this calendar year ends, I want the solution. I pushed the education minister, pushed the commission secretary. They met these SSA teachers, ad hoc teachers multiple times. And we said, we're working on a deadline out here. We need to get this done. CM has given us a direction. The cabinet has given us a direction. The cabinet retreat has decided. And we're so happy to tell you that we have reached to that conclusion.
Kasarkar jela kelasya mekarai ban pendrong ya ke community integrated skill learning komisi benta jong ke jeng pulia jeng kena no kelas 6 atau kelas 10. Menteri rangba ulia tu bayak ni benta batamai an pendrong hapok subject health and physical education barong ru basan pau nak sispa nak marks baro jong ni subject ana helo ke jeng sim benta ki kena ha ke banang nak no ke sap nak kam nak skill nala yeng ni nak emlang salang. Ula pencai bagi ni ketemu bagi kena bikin biang hakikam ki belabut ketiu kayo kokot jengki hakalawai. Bat bagi kena kenam kentat ikakam ka bagi kepa ne ki keme ki trai. Bat ban pendek pensa ikikam tenrai ke longyeng bagi ni kesenjam bertemai kan petlai ke jengmut jong ka kami kai school. Ka bamenta ka ban kentuk lang bat ke jeng shisha jong ke jeng im bat kerukom im tenrai jong ke jela Meghalaya.
As a structured curriculum curricular component for class 6 to class 10. As you're aware that there is a component for physical and health education as one of the components as a sixth subject in the curriculum for class 6 and class 10. And that particular curriculum is very much restricted to different books and different information regarding health and physical activities and so on and so forth. Today we have decided in the cabinet that in that particular subject we will introduce a component of community integrated skill learning. This is a very innovative proposal that has come from the education department, where what we intend to do is we intend to put 50% of the marks for the student in that particular subject. In this case, the health and physical education section, where the student will be asked to connect with one skill or multiple skills that he or she would like to do. And that could be a skill that is being done from their family perspective point of view, maybe one of their parents. Say, suppose the mother is into baking and has a bakery, then the son or the daughter would be, who's a student, would be encouraged to then learn that from their mother. Maybe the father is a blacksmith or a farmer or a farmer. Then the child would be asked to develop and learn that skill as a farmer, learn that skill as a blacksmith, so on and so forth. And this, of course, has got multiple aspects to it. Number one, the child will actually end up learning a skill that is going to be of a productive use in the future. Number two, it will also ensure that there is a continuity in terms of the occupation of that particular family. It's not necessary the child has to follow the same profession, but at least the chance of continuity is going to be higher. So sometimes we see that the children, stay away from the family kind of business or family activities, and this would ensure that at least the option of design to continue would be promoted by introducing this particular aspect. And third aspect is the whole aspect of the social impact within families. So you will see children talking to their parents and telling them, well, can you teach me baking? Because that's part of the marks that I'm supposed to get in my subject. And if I don't do that, then I will lose out the 50%. So it will also encourage a good, positive, coordination within the family members, and it will have a good social impact also. So all of these things were thought through, and we have decided that we will introduce this, the community integrated skill learning section in the structured curricular component for class 6 to class 10.
Kanun Menteri kala menjur ban pensuk kerukom penrung kerteng nega registration bat kerukom tho examen SSLC lengba ke embos gom ki private candidate. Ukonrat kongkal sangma ulong bagan negarai ketemu bendera biti samla ke bala prep school hadian jangka kelas 8 ne ki baklam pas ke matrik hagi snem ki bala let bakin yo akalat ban tho biang examen klem dan kam manit school man la kasni. Ula pensyai babon ki kena ki haban ino school namar ki daw ki bapher wala ki dan ki jingkwa banyo ek certificate class 10 komta kene kalat batmai kene rap ki banyo beng kalat ban kentiu ya ke pule puthi jongki.
Introduce a provision for admission and registration of private candidates for the secondary school leaving certificate examination under the Meghalaya Board of School Education. As you are aware, there are a large number of students who in the past could not clear the metric exam, and there are a large number also who end up dropping out post the upper primary when they enter the secondary level because of different factors. So we have realized that this large number, even though they desire to come back and give the exam again, they are not able to give it because of different provisions that restrict them from giving that particular exam. What we have decided in the cabinet today is to streamline and to ensure that we make it easy for any candidate who wishes to give the the SSLC, I'm sorry, exam to pass class 10, even though he or she may have failed in the previous years, or for whatever reason could not continue with the schooling post class 8. We want to give that option to them, and this, I'm sure, will encourage many such youngsters who, for whatever circumstance, were not able to clear their metric exam. They would be looking forward to be given an opportunity to do that. And this particular provision today and this particular decision will allow those children to give that particular exam and clear the metric exam.
Menteri Rangba Kejala Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma Hakasi Palai Jong Katayo Ulapan Pa Bagi Sarkar Kansawan Rakyat Kakaipot Jong Expert Committee Halor ke Reservation Policy Hapok yang Darbar Tauan Kejala Bad Ulapan Tebru Bagi Sarkar Kadang Persyang Banwat Yakalat Kaban Penhun Ya ke Sarkar Pedeng Bad Ya Kipat Ba Bad Ban Dondru Ya Kebor Kebetikna Ban Kanglat Ya ke Jengrong Pathar Kimender Menteri Rangba Kejala Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma Ulapan Pau bagi Sarkar Jela Kekeloi Banyatai Halor Kakaipot Jong Expert Committee kepada Halor Kerukom Bahakam Neg Reservation Policy Bat uli itu berkadau ku bala penlong ke Sarkar Ban Shimpor Kelong namar Kakaipot kelong ke Bajrong Bah Bat kelong Badankam Ban Bishar Benia Yaman Laki Kentian Ulong Bu Chief Secretary bagi Hak Sarkar Kila Bishar Benia Ekane Kakaipot Kenang Ban Amdan Kanu Kejing Bakla Kebelak Ban Wanra Ekejing Ek Kebakrau Hadian Habut Menteri Rangba Ulapan Tip bagi Dorbar Jong yang Dorbar Tauan Kejala kan sedang noksyen Bar Ulapan Pau Kejing Kemilenti bagi Sarkar kan salak Ban Pensengau Kakaipot Hake yang Dorbar Tauan
We have got all the details. As I said, it was a large report. Thousands and thousands of pages were there. And as I'd mentioned earlier to you that being a very important report, every word is important in it. So it's not possible for us to just give a gist of things. One has to go through every page, every word, every comma. Full stop can make a difference in the meaning of the report. So therefore, we had to go through it in a lot of detail, and CS had to spend a lot of time. It's a very lengthy report, and we will show it to you. I don't know whether we'll be able to bring it. It'll fit in this room or not, but it's massive. So therefore, they had to be given the time. It would be incorrect for us to push them, because then, as I said, if they missed out something, then it would have huge ramifications. It would be incorrect for us to do that. So we had to give them the time, but they have now done it and they're ready. So we're having a cabinet tomorrow morning. So most likely we will be able to discuss this in the cabinet. If not tomorrow, then the next cabinet will be able to discuss it. So within maybe a week or 10 days time, we'll be able to announce by when we'll be thinking. And assembly session also will be starting very soon. So during the assembly session also, I'm sure by then we'll be able to present everything directly in the assembly also. So we'll take a call, nothing, but we're ready now.
Menteri Rangba Kejala Ulapan Syai Bakamat ke Bakamat Akam Dai Halor ke ILP nek MRSSA. Ndai ke dai halor ke jengrung kertep ke mender bak Sarkar ke temu ban penbiang ki an bat ki kenhun ke badan benta ban tem ke nek jeng e bak Sarkar ke kloi ban selok bak seng partai ki seng balang bat ki kenhun baper. Ulong bak Sarkar kadang persyang banwat kilat ke balak ban penhun lang ya ke Sarkar pedeng bat yo pat ba. Kenang ban yo ke bor ke batikna ban khanglat ke jengrung kertep ki mender. Halor ke MRSSA, Menteri Rangba ulakan tat ke jingkeno ba amshimla pentre kam meka, ndai ulong ba ke MRSSA kelas nang menteri kam hegi babun kisnong, bat kipat ba kila ai ke jingkershan ke babha, wat la ki don ki jing e akil yang kapisa, bat ki jingtai baper. Ulapan pau badan ke jing bakla ke balalek na rogopor ke Sarkar ke bamenshwa. Namar hakaan amshimla tho banbo iki entry exit checkpoint. Ndai haka rule pat la tho bandon ki check gate. Namar baga rule ke dai banbot yakaan. Kani ke jinge per ke penduk bor ke Sarkar banbo yakini ki kerdop. Konrad Kongkal Sangma uletho bawala ke Sarkar ke lepersyang ban penkela ya kaan yak yang dorbar tawan ndrai ulat ke jela ulapan pau ya ke jeng artatin. Namar kata ke Sarkar kadang wat ki wei pat kilat penyo ke bor banbo iki checkpoint ban pet ngor ke jengrung jingmi jangki breu ke nabar ke jela.
Our issue is the illegal immigration. Issue is not ILP. Issue is not Immigration Act. Issue is not MRSSA. I keep repeating our issue is illegal immigration, and therefore we need laws, we need mechanisms to check it. And I think the focus of political parties and organizations should be towards achieving that. And therefore, we are not saying that what we propose is going to be right. We could be, wrong, or we would be missing out something. That's fair. But I guess we can only reach that conclusion if we are able to have a dialogue and if we talk to each other. And therefore, what Deputy CM had said that time was something that we are intending to do. We're trying to work towards it. We're trying to move forward and see and explore whether that is a possibility. Because when you try to do one part, then government of India will say, well, this is possible, but this is not. If you try to do something else, and the public says, well, we don't, accept this one. So we're trying to find a balance and a way in which we are able to get Government of India also on board, and we're able to get the public also and the organization, civil society on board, and achieve the final goal of being able to have a system and a mechanism in place to check illegal immigration. And I think that is really what the objective is. So therefore, you may say this, but if I were to ask you the question, which particular clause or which particular part of this proposal are they objecting?
Menteri Rangba Kejelau Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulapan pau ke jingkermen baka kam man penhe akakat lingsun ha ka kat lingsun kebadan ho umroy kan yat bet kat kum kapor ke balabo wala dan ki kenrom kenram ki batmai ki balami kam tam halor kamat ke bahiar bat kiyo ki lingsun ki bahia ulapan pau bagi dan ki jing tenjo ki babuan kentop ya ke jing sya kadau ha katanat Directorate General of Civil Aviation halor kimat ke bedai bagi jing shingan jing lingsun bat kum jo ki breu ki basyong basa ha katokathan Ulang bak sorkar ketemu ban pendap egajing penhe eka runway kenang ban ailat ki lengsun ki bahe ban hiar bat kiau hapo u rempang ne ulber jong kasnam arjar arpo hinyo. Menteri Rangba ula banjor bagajing penhe eka ni kakat lengsun kalong kebadan kampha na kebentaki kam penroy jong gejela bat kajing let jingwan ki pat ba.
We are overcoming all the challenges. Things are on track. Small issues keep cropping up. We have issue of also another land issue that has come up again, which we are trying to resolve. I don't want to go too much into details, but that also is something that DGCA has flagged to us, and that involves again some land issues, and obviously more importantly, safety of the flight and safety of the people residing in that area. So we are working on that front also. So while that particular issue was not flagged to us earlier, it got flagged when DGCA got involved, and rightly so. And therefore, it again put up another challenge for us. We are now working on that part. But in the meantime, as I said, the expansion of the runway and the work that is to be allotted should not be delayed. We don't expect much delay anymore. Once that part is done, then the construction will start. And while the construction happens, we will be working towards resolving the other pending issues that are there, which I'm very, very sure and confident that we should be able to get to that conclusion. But as I said, I don't want to share with you right now, but it's to do with, again, land issues. But apart from that, we are on track. I don't expect to have much delay. We had a rough estimate that we were hoping that by February, March next 2027, we should be able to start the larger flights. We could see few months up and down, which is okay. But I do expect that 2027, we should be able to complete and reach the target that we had planned.
Menteri Rangba Kejelau Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulapan pau kejing sokya halor kajing syakta kisamla pulia bat kinong tre ke skul ba nehu namar kejing iki ke bela penlong ya kejing ia ke bakrau hakane ke skul ba Ulaong ba kalong ke basngusi shibun bani ia ke baja hakane ke skul ba namar kene kakta om tang ia kena pulia ndre wat kinong tre bat bor ki kam kijam ke skul ba kelas akut lut Ule tho bule kran bat ki he sarkar hakikat dan boper kenthop yau menteri ketenat pulia puthi ke sarkar pedeng manwat kelenti ban penbet no ekane Konrad Kongkal Sangma uloong baga skul ba nehu ke digislem pulia kabahap apo gejing pet jong ke sarkar pedeng. Kumta ke sarkar jela kamla bantuklar henrei banlong tangkum kenong penyesuk. Bat kale akene ke bentah beroskata. Uli tho bo menteri ketenat pulia putih ke sarkar jela udang yakren berkihe jong ke skul ba nehu ban penbet yakene gejing
I have been obviously talking at different levels to the ministry and to the minister himself and others, and even to NEHU. But as you're all aware that NEHU is a body that's directly under the central government. So it's very kind of a touchy issue for us to directly get involved, and we can only play a role of mediation between the two, which is what we've been doing. But even while we mediate, when we give certain recommendations and suggestions, and we say, well, what if we do this, then we need the support from all sides to then move forward with that recommendation suggestions. And sometimes, obviously, because of ground situation, those are not possible, and again complications come up. So this is what we've been seeing in Nehu. So it becomes very complicated and difficult for us, being a central government institute, to directly get involved in this. So we are doing our best. Even as we speak today, I think the education minister is in talks with some of the officials from Nehu, trying to find a solution to this deadlock that we're having. So we are doing our best.
U Menteri Rangba Kejala Meghalaya ula pensyai batang kejing yakren kalong kelenti kebedan kam tam menuweng kejing artatian kabedai bat kejing penpoi lenti rel hari lom khasi jantia. Habakren bat kinong patai kubor. Ukan rat kongkal sangma ulaong bak sorkar kan syemi kisenjam tang lada barok kibrio kebedan benta ki kloi bane syonglang bane kren bat bane mir jengmut ban poi syakawe kejingmut. Ulpen pa we kejing sokya bagi sengsan perthai kila persya bat kentaj banwan sekejing yalang jangko all party meeting kebala khot ek sarkar jela. Ukon rat kongkal sangma ula kular bagi sarkar kan amsyem ya kanu kanu karai kebatang nak we kaliang. Nrei tang ada baro kelas ngoto bat menjurlang ke sarkar ke sesem kiai kene kamat bat ke sarkar pedeng Delhi.
For an all party meeting to discuss this matter, and of course most of the parties didn't come to the meeting, and they just, in fact, some of them even wrote to us saying that we will not be part of this discussion. So that's where we stand. So we have to understand that whether we agree or we disagree, until unless we don't talk, we're not going to reach anywhere. So if you don't want to talk also, and then at the same time when we try to do something, and then you say that why are you doing it now, and why didn't you discuss with us? It's difficult to move forward. So we are very clear, we are going to move forward only when we are able to consult and get everybody on board. And we will not move forward with anything until unless there is some sort of consensus in this. And continuously, we are trying to engage with everyone, and we will continue our engagement. We will continue to explain to people about the benefits of this, and we'll try to address the concerns that they may have, and see if we are able to come to a meeting point, following which we would be able to take it to Delhi.
Ukonrat kongkal sangma ula penpau bag sarkar ka simkia baneda bat banwan ra ka jingsngan ya iwe iwe nong song snong kamper li de nong mi khmat ne reu pat ba ne nong khayi ne inu ibreu nrei ka jing berngam ya no kalong ka ba omla ban priang satya ra ka sarkar Menteri Rangba ula kerani kani halor ka jing berngam ka kenhun keng atiar HNLC ya kinong mi khmat ka seng VPP Ukonrat kongkal sangma ula ong bag sarkar ketemu ban aji sngan ya barok kinong song snong klem de sim kerpang ino Habapai halor kajing kerana sok bakasang HNLC. Menteri Rangba ula penpau badan kam benbishar benya biang ya kene kamat. Bat ula banjor bagajing sok kalong ke kodor tam ya kejela. Komu Menteri Rangba ukloi banya caprang ban shime kanu kesenjam ke badan kam. Ndrei kalong pat ke kongsan ya kajing shimkia kajing trelang ba kajing ko jingmut nabaro ban penurlong ya kani.
We'll have to examine that aspect, because there are again plus minus the reasons why they had not wanted to continue in the past, and of course we have to get Government of India on board. So these kind of things are not like we can just start something today and stop tomorrow. There's a process, and there's so many stakeholders involved. There's a lot of machinery that's involved, a lot of preparations to be done, and hence we'll have to deeply consult with everybody. But as I said, for us, peace is important, and we would like to see that long-term peace is there in Meghalaya. And from my side, as a Chief Minister, whatever steps need to be taken, I'm ready to move forward in that. But we need the seriousness and cooperation and the commitment from everybody to make this happen, and to see that we reach to the right conclusion. I know it's not easy. I know there are many concerns that are there which need to be addressed, and that's why last time we tried, but we could not move forward in it. But at least I can say that we moved forward and we tried it. But given the chance, given the opportunity, if all stakeholders can align again and we can do, we will examine. But I think it will be difficult for me to say anything of that right now, because we have not spoken about it.
Menteri Rangba Kejala Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangma ula pentip baka sorkar kalashim kya ban pendap no ya kejengker sainersha asilenter kejaka kaput bakari Bangladesh. Bar ula penpaw kejengker men baki ike baro kinsu urlong no. Uli thu bakumba 20 kilometer naka spa 20 kilometer kejengker sainersha ha kejaka kaput kedang saateng. Bat kadau ko bakentup ikejeng sokya kipat ba kibasa akatan kaput. Nang ta kakam thiet jaka bagi mokot rumah ke yang syari ke balapan suki ya kejingi caprang jong kena kakam. Ulang bagi sorkar jela ke BSF bagi kenhun baper ki lepit ngor bahai katahan kapot bagi Bangladesh. Bala dep ru ban lume kejingi lang na kebentaban ai jingera bat jing shingan ya kipat ba ki basa ha ke jaka kapot.
But as a state, I can tell you that all steps are being taken. The government of Meghalaya, the BSF, and all the agencies are very alert. As you recall, even on the 24th, I did not give a press release on that because I thought it was an internal security matter, so I did not have a press release. But all the different agencies, we all sat together on the 24th of December. BSF was there, IB was there, and others were there, and we discussed the security matter at the border. This, as I said, was on 24th of December, Christmas Eve. So I took out time on that day also to have this review meeting because it was very important. And we've been continuously monitoring the borders. So therefore, as of now, we have seen that there is nothing major to be concerned about. But obviously, we have to be very, very, very alert. And we have to be prepared in every possible way. And that's what we're doing. Apart from that, if you look at the overall situation of the border fencing, it's about 440 kilometers, as you're aware. And about 30 plus minus, maybe about 40 kilometers is the part that is pending. Then they are in different parts of the state, some in West Jayanti Hills, a bit in South Karo Hills, one or two locations in other districts are there, not much, but majority of them are in these two districts. And we have seen that there are certain issues in each location. Somewhere the population is concerned, they are like saying that the fencing should be before the village or after the village. Those kind of concerns are there. Somewhere some land acquisition issues are there. Somewhere outright the landowners are not allowing. So those things are being worked out. In some cases there are court cases going on. So in all of these cases we are taking necessary steps. I had a review on this about 4 months back, and in that most of the cases were almost resolved. So I do expect that very soon, because as I said, some of them are even having court cases, especially I think the West Jayanti Hills section, which is the largest, which is left unfenced, which means about 40 kilometers plus minus 30, 40. I stand corrected if there is a mistake there. I don't have the numbers in front, but it's about 30, 40 kilometers plus minus. So I expect that will be completed also soon. So Government of India has also been following up on this, and I've been in touch with Delhi to brief them. So we are moving very aggressively on that. I hope that things should be completed soon.
Menteri Rangba Kejala Meghalaya ulang ba kejala kelah jam seperang hagabede baka kamti doyong da kejing start science. Hagaba sangut kira shimet kilayo eka license ba kila sedang ya kejing show bantiat kitiar kitar bat ya kejing tei. Nalor kani kila dan ru sakumba kanyo ne arpongot kibal apply ban yo eka license na kesorkar pedeng ban sedang ya kejing ti doyong da kejing start science.
4 individuals had been given licenses, and different investments have been made at different levels. Equipments have been placed at those, and in certain levels, certain level of mining has started. In fact, there was one instance where we had sent and flagged off the scientifically mined coal in a certain batch. Twice it has happened, in fact. And now the further investments, as I said, in the equipments are taking place so that the mandate is met and scientific mining takes place. Approximately, I don't remember the exact numbers, I apologize for that, but about 17 to 20 more applications for licensed mines is lying with central government. I expect those procedures, now that the kind of the SOPs are clear and the first 4 were cleared, which was the most difficult part. I expect that the other 17 or 20 odd applications, and many more now coming in, should be getting the licenses also very soon. So it's a process. As I said, it's a new system, new technology, new procedure. So therefore, it took some time for us to get into place. But I would be not wrong in saying that the more difficult part is over for us, and now it's just a question of expanding it and involving as many more miners as possible.
Menteri Rangba ke Jela Meghalaya Konrad Kongkal Sangmau liatu bagi sarkar Jela kelabut dian bagi sarkar Pedang ban menjurno ya ka 125th Amendment jaga 6th Schedule ke Ditisan Syari bat kilayo ke jubab bat kalong bagi don kat to ki council hakikat to ki Jela ke bedang penbet renti ya ki kam beper.
We have approached, I have approached the government of India on this issue. And the reply we had received was that there are some other councils and some states in which they are still streamlining the different aspects. But this was, of course, about 3-4 months back. I do expect that they would have resolved those issues. I hope that it will come up. And we have been continuously following up with Government of India to ensure that the 125th Amendment is passed in the Parliament.
Menteri Rangba Berem ke Jela Meghalaya Dr. Mukul M. Sangma Ubreru Unang Yalam Keseng AITC hakni ke Jela. Ula kena bagi sarkar MDA ke bayalam da ke NPP kalau syukur ki patba halor ke jingdawa ya ke inline permit bat kalau penlong ya ke an Meghalaya Residence Safety and Security Act arajar kan rio ke bat telot bor da ke batmu ban penkelabak layaka. Menteri Rangba Berem ke Jela Ubreru Unang Yalam Makaliang Persya Dr. Mukul M. Sangma. Ula pensyai baka inline permit kam deka kam ke bahap ke keti jong ke sarkar Jela ndrai ke hap ha ke sarkar Pedang. Kumta ha ke por bulalong Menteri Rangba syamlekular ban walam mek ILP. Marutip baka sarkar Pedang kan penhun ya kata ke jingdawa. Bat kumta latau no dak MRSSA arajar kan rio ke belong kaan belatau bahap o ke bor baka Jela kadang mentela kam ke jingwan rung bean ki beriku banabar. Lepen pau gajin sokya bagi sarkar MDA kalawan ke bor ke senam arajar kat pra kelatmu ban penkelai kenekaan klam da pentre kam syai kaan ke bamenshwa bat kani ke jempen kelai kelayat palat ke bor ke bagi Jela kadon ke bala penlong ya ulat ke Jela ban pa eka syai ke sarkar Pedang ke bala penlong ya kaan ban sakut haduk kini gisngi Dr. Mugul M. Sangmau loong bagi sarkar kathok bakimla ban pentre kam yaki entry exit point dan facilitation center Namar ka hukum ka yung syari kat ba kadai pat ka kamram ka sarkar bantau ya ki kendon na negi guidelines ban penterekam ya kita kijaka ke ban kemi benia. Ula kentu ka sarkar MDA belada ke mchania ka MRSSA arajar ka Rio ke di bantau no dagaan ke batamai ka ba kambit beniada ke ben Rio kasi jantia bat garo na ke jingwan rung kertep ki beri ke banabar.
But implement first. Today, what has happened to those identified areas which were supposed to be identified for entry-exit point? In other words, as per the law, the facilitation center. The government has lied to the people that it is because the court has said that in absence of proper guidelines, these facilitation centers should not operate. In absence of guidelines, whose job it is to give the guidelines? Whose job it is to prepare the guidelines? How the facilitation centers shall operate has to be governed by some guidelines. They didn't do their job. They cheated the people. That's why the MRSSA couldn't be implemented. Then subsequently, somebody took this MRSSA for judicial scrutiny. But these MRSSA, Meghalaya Residence Safety and Security Act 2016, have withstood the judicial scrutiny. But the proposed amendment went beyond the legislative jurisdiction of the state. That's why MHA has returned. That means you go beyond your job, beyond the mandate of the Constitution. Don't you know that when you go beyond the mandate of the Constitution, your action will become constitutionally infractuous? It is. Therefore, one has to know the job to which he is empowered to, the limitation thereof. We are in a federal structure. We cannot temper upon any subject which is in the union list. Yes. Therefore, when we make law, it must be well understood by the authors of that proposed bill, which ultimately, if passed by the House, will become an act after the consent, after the assent of the Honorable Governor, that we skillfully script the law within our legislative jurisdiction so that it can always withstand any judicial scrutiny. Full stop.
Dr. Mukul M. Sangmau lekentat igijing keno usumbut Menteri Rang Ba Kejelau Ba Presiden Tensong bagi Sorkar Dr. Mukul Sangma kelalek bakla hak baidai bat ke MRSSA. Dr. Mukul M. Sangmau ulong bau Ba Presiden Tensong udah wenek badan lang hak kapor batau genegaan. Bat usngusen ayu ubu persyang mandri hak gijing pensyong nia bakla kaan. Ulong bau sungu bitaru namar bau udang tok ya lagi jong kipat ba akiblajit yu nak ke penursla konstituensi. Dr. Mukul M. Sangmau la pensyai ba anda la pentrikam ya ka act ha ka gadget la dai pentrikam na do kata Tarik bala pen mi ya ka barka kamram jang sarkar kalong banchna ya ki rule ni ki kendon ban pentrikam ya kanu kaan barka high court kala kado ba claim ki guideline batikna kaan kamla pentrikam ula kena ba sarkar kam snai kini ki kendon namar kadon gejing temu ba sniau ban penwet ya gejing pentrikam ya kaan Dr. Mukul M. Sangmau loong balada ke Sorkar Kamshania ke MRSSA arajar ka Andrew. Kadi bentau hino ada kaan ke batamai beneda yang ke bahakamiat pada gebit kebiang jom kipat ba.
Interact. Okay. I am the author. He was also co-author. He was also there while we were discussing. And if he wants to, somehow, take shelter under this kind of misinterpretation of the mandate of the law, I pity him. But at the same time, I'm angry also because he is lying to the people. He is lying to the people who have elected him. He is lying to the people of Peninsula also. Are Peninsula people not concerned about immigration? They are, yes. Yes. He is lying to his own people who have given mandate to them. Yes. If this is not there, now how is the mandate of a law implemented? Once a law is, rather, I would put it that way, once an act is notified, it becomes effective from that given indicated date as per the Gazette notification. What is the other responsibility of the government? Come up with the rules. Come up with the rules for implementing any act. Once you have an act, you should have a rule to implement it. So who is stopping him from making that rule? That is exactly what the Honorable High Court has referred to, in absence of proper guidelines. So if the proper guidelines, that rule pertaining to implementation of that mandate of the law is not properly designed, who is stopping him from doing it? After the observation of the Honorable High Court, how many years have passed? Why they couldn't do? That means they have a mala fide intention not to implement this. I will tell you why they don't want to implement this. Now, what are the other aspects? Because the law revolves around safety and security. Because that's the actual subject which is vested with the state government, rather the state legislature. Law and order is a state subject. So, take advantage of this huge space of responsibility vis-a-vis the particular list I'm referring to. Now, in order to ensure safety and security, there are certain things. Now you talk about so many petty crimes. Why are they grappling with the solution to deal with this problem? Because what we started, as per the mandate of this act, all this habitation must also be with that intent of ensuring safety and security of the residents and the state as a whole. Proper CCTV along the national highways, CCTV along the state highways. Now tell me, if these CCTVs would have been all along the national highways and state highways, they could have easily checked coal mine, illegal coal transportation and illegal coal mining. They want to allow illegal coal mining. That's why they're not implementing this. Let me tell you, and let them come and debate with me on this allegation. Yes, the moment this act is implemented in letter and spirit, no illegal transportation of illegal mine coal can take place also.
Nang yalam kaseng AITC hamagalaya Dr. Mukul M. Sangma ulapan pawe jing so artatian halor kapor kabagat not enforcement directorate kala penlong ya kajing kendra ya ka IPAC kakenhuan ke ai bud election kamtam haba kerajaan ke election hak jelau West Bengal.
feels that it is
Udak tabu kelam samau la pencai ba ke
and
AITC
one of the
Meghalaya
members
kalau kut jengmut
and
nado badap ke
Benchmark
election
has
arajar
included
arpulai
the
bahkan
analysis
penan
of
kam show iki kenhuan
and
ai boit kum ka
issues
ai pak
associated
hendai kan shani
from
atli bet aki nong tre jong
at
geseng ke
different
beran lagi shnong
pockets
githau
of
ke betep
regulation.
kam bhai ke jeng e
These
jiki
are
pat ba ulong ba
definitely
ka ai pak ke de kenhuan ke baburi agi boit
process
election
the issues which confront the
kumta ke jeng
sectors
khandra
above
yaki
and
hakum gane
also
ke por
some
belajan
issues which
election
are
kapin subajur
connected to
bagi
certain
gejing temu ban
activities of
pelat
government.
yaki ni ki boit
So
syakil yang
therefore,
persya.
there's a
Ula
some
bandra bro
different
bagar
way
kom lek
of
ke
looking
sarkar
at
pedang
things
gakta
as
ke
far
jeng
as
long
we
ke
are
balak
concerned.
loj bar ke
But here
bakoj
again,
jong ka election.
I will place my observation in respect to these ED rate. The timing, the timing. Well, IPEC is a corporate body. I can understand that. But the timing of the rate, naturally, if we are depending on a corporate house which is established to act as a election strategies, and they are being assigned with the responsibility by any political party, you very well know that all the strategies which are supposed to be kept close to the chest of the strategies, they should not be available to your political adversaries. And therefore, while the elections are around the corner, in as far as West Bengal is concerned, the timing itself reflect that people have to doubt the intent, the purpose for which this particular um, exercise, so-called raid, has been resorted to. It could have been done long time back if there is some issue pertaining to this or post-election. I would put it that way. Because in democracy, the sanctity of electoral process is very important for people to have the confidence in the system of our democracy. Every political party must be able to compete in the electoral battle under the situation which is considered as free and fair. Now, therefore, the enabling environment to ensure a free and fair election, a level playing ground for everybody, is crucial for sustainability of democracy. Sustainability of democracy happens when people have the trust and confidence in the system as a whole. And that system also includes the process and the manner in which elections are conducted.
Kiseng jong kisamla pulia jong ke skol ba Northeastern Hill University katakan nehusu bat ka KSU Nehu Unit. Keladawa pada benwengkam nok mardor ya Profesor Prabha Shankar Shukla kamu Vice Chancellor namar ka jing pep 3 mentala palat saus pak sengi bat kamtam haba berok kikam kijam jong ke skol ba kila pulam lut. Ke Northeastern Hill University Students Union bat ka KSU Nehu Unit kila kerpat ulat ke Jelah Meghalaya UCH Vijaya Shankar ba untuklar lem halo ke jingmi ki kenrum kenram hak skol ba. Bat kila kentu beri benwengno yu Vice Chancellor ubala pep 3 meta la sauspa arpu arsngi bat barok ki kam jong skol ba Nehu kila pulam lut bat kila bu hak jingye e barok beren benta ba ke skol ba. Kila kerpat beri benwengkam no yu Profesor PS Shukla kumu Vice Chancellor ke Nehu bat bentung yu Acting Vice Chancellor kat kumki kendon an jong ke skol ba. Hadian bau Pro Vice Chancellor ule eno agne kam haga khatsan trik uno pra arajar arpusan. Kini ki kenhuan kilapan jing pencai lor ka kaipot jing toket jong inquiry committee kabelathong da ketenat pulih putih ke sarkar pedeng hau nai weng ke senam arajar arpusau bat kila kentu badai ban le ai na kebenta ban tem ke jingduna pisa kabla kata ke skol ba. Kilong bahadu mentai ke kaipot jong inquiry committee 4 cemla IT ne pendapat ba bat kumta kila dawa bari ban penbenano ya ke jinglap jong kenhun toket bat ban cem gisin jam ki bakongsan.
Haga jing sisa kan jing yakhi jingi kala long kelayat Islam bah. Tepet komentaru habangi la i provisi jingi ula resign. Te haswa jung uru finance officer ula resign kumju registrar. Te amdon mano ba peniak yak university habi ade komenta. Te ki bon ki scholarship habi ade ki scholarship ru ki fellowship te habi ade bat ki kena kum ki result kim parla ban release hadu menta. Amar amdon ma approve mano amdon ba syong hasuki jung VC tane registrar. Dina takadaw ngi wan kendu governor tinggal labu ke appointment bat education minister jong state bat kumju chief minister bagi kwa bikin intervene ban pe jika ke situation ka badan mentah po nehu ka school ba bro ka wehi ka jingjenjar kalong i khna pule mentah namar ba ka de ke shti te kim yatip ke baja ke balong te ka jing pat ki khana kalong ka babun habadon ki festival ki youth festival ki ban participate chaki we ki state jong ka regional hajing shisang la de ban register ban pendep no ya baro bangin simbenta handrai umdan mano besong shuki ban approve te ka ap ka jing ki khana hi bagin yo ban sime ginta bantai kine namar ka julong himan kasnam bangin de ban simbenta chaki we ki university ba site pelong ya kane bat andala job ka regional ngin sayo par participate chaka national te kum kine ki baro tang na kada ba kathut hapo administration kapandu no eka hoki khana ban simbenta hakiwe pat ki events ka futures jong ga nehu habu hadu menta tingim la bantip namar ba ngim suthu ka ba ka ministry ka kale bat ka long concern hadu kat no shphang ka nehu tengi kwa hi na kaliang jongi ki student union ba kin suthu ka baja bat ka bala long bat ngi kwa ba kin page ba kin pen page ikini baro kijingtuna kijingdon kam baro hapo university hi habia dei bat ka pule puthi hot kadon ka jingta shibun ki jingta kalong ba habia dei bat ki research ki conference mensua sai long ba kira ki externals ki banabar haki viva ki mantapat imla shubun ra namar kam don shu ka funds namar kila reduce baro ki funds habia dei bat ki examiner ki baro tenen ta ka daw ka kta ka jing pule puthi ba ka ru shibun habia dei bat ki infrastructure ki jong ki class jong ki hostels baro
ka jingje hapok ni hui ngi wan keduk taki mat hi bengi keren metas ni kilong ba sautli ki mat ngi bu hu ba kawai ba ngi 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 ong yu ba ban remove no yo nu vice chancellor pa bhasan ka sekolah po university bat kamjo lo kamat ka baar ngi bu ba ban thung no yo acting vice chancellor kakum ka act institute bat kabalahi ngi ong ba ikendok ketuka wai ka independent inquiry committee naduk sem haduk mentaro ngin pat yo ai teka besar pat ka financial crunch jongga hapok skul ba jongi kita higimat ki bagi keren metas ni kakum ka jingyo i jongi hilong ba ke ministry ka ba banpai igini haduk menta kempat empat ai ke kumo empat ai sai kumno ten negling jongi hi ngi kerpat ba ban negling habangi kenduk batu balong ba ngi kerpat yo governor bolong kum chief rector jongi bon ha kita gi city lende ban remove ba yo nu vice chancellor ye hai u ta kum ko power jong u la i tho ngi ba u ka kum ki city ki ba pha ka kum ki dan gi jing kendo ka kum ki kol bo yo ula follow up ba what ye benta siro wong ba kini ki city pen point na concern department ta kita he gi jong ki ba ong jong ha hai ka jing e kalong ka bobon long ka kum ka ba jam ye benta ro ngimdan kum in charge kum ki officer in charge post ku ba ki jing e kalong ka bon tambah ngi ngeleng jong hi ngi scam bat ngi scam ba long la kumno ro ngin persang ban yonu vice chancellor ngin pidang so tagatahi dadengi dekatahi gijiga katahi ngila ban
Giang ki badan ki pauterli ki badan hagowen ka compound harum jongga Anjali Sanama kila syak bamdo aki telit ding ki bala klang bha hagajan miet jong sitok diang bat ki pulit penlip ding ki le kunteng e bantem ya kene ka ding Kami kijing japlo ding ke bersyirkai kelajah hakajan miat suton ding hakatan gowen ka compound kepada hajan ka stan seora pat hajan ka Anjali Sanamahon. Hagan kijing ja ko masapau tili ki yeng tap siliang ki ing khong lut haj bat buntli kilong yeng glado no yala ki jaka shong. Kading gala sedang bantlang ko bahak por sau steng nesan bajijan miat. Bat namar begini ki yeng tap siliang ko tak lah kloy ban por step bha habar ko ka compound. Kabakam isyar kaya kena kejingja kalau kejing betai ki gas cylinder kabla penlong ya kading ban kam kelang bat penlong ya kejing kon ban flip ya ka kabakam jawan USP City mulai tu bamare yo jingtip ki pulet bat ki kali flip ding ki lalet mar chakana kejaka Leto bahan riu teli ki kali pilip ding ki lele cikene ke jaka bantem ya ke jing kelang jong gedeng hagane ke jaka. Bat la pen krek luparu iki wei pat ki kali pilip ding ke jing pen krek yo ke ding ka kloy ban por seski wei pat ki yeng ke badan marjan. Hagane ke jing ja ke jing do kalong ke bakrau bhai ki mar ki mata ndre shimladan kanu kanu ke jing mensau ne ke jing yap jong ki brio. Kibor pulet kidang penlong ke jing toket tu babnya lantai ke daun tungrai ke belang penlong ya ke ni ke jing ploding ha ke ni ke jaka. Nama haduk menta ompala pan shisha la kedai naga short circuit ni nak ki pat kidau.
Kemarin paning ala pa po panik pa pala ko jopo den khan bau देखा panik pa pala ko pucho देखा गुटान के लेके तो बढ़िया कंट्रोल
Kawai ke karkhana penmi tensok kebadan Hakathan bernihat ke distrik Ribhoi ke belatip kum ka Umadat Foam Industries kala syabamdo iktalit ding ke belak kelang bah haga sibar jong ketoyo. Bala subajor bakane ke jing ploding kedai namar ke jing thut ke boarding ne ke short circuit. Hagawe ke jingja ploding ke besar kai kawai ke karkhana ke bapenmi ya kitin sok. Kala syabam do ha kitil ding ke belaja tang namar ke jing thut ke boarding dan ke short circuit hagi benta jaga machine on ya kini kitin sok. Kani ke jingja ploding ke besar kai kala ja ke karkhana ke belatip kerten kum ka Umadat Foam Industries kaba dei try do adarsh jonjonwala. Kabadan amjok Hakathan bernihat bagi jingja ploding kala ja hak por arsteng lamia lai BJEA jong no phaisni jong ka khalai trek pula lengkot arajar arpun rio bagi nong trei jong kane ka karkhana kidang syada bam jasni kat kum ki khubor ke beli olum itu bakading besar kai bha kala kalang hakane ke karkhana ading bijung thot jong ka kor ka baot ikini kitin sok ha ka ba mar kinong trei jong kane karkhana kila persang bam tem keding ndre kim chimala asyo na ka jing kelang jong keding ha ka bala pentip ru mar segi pulet jong ka bernihat police outpost bat ki pulit penlip ding datang kadem ka tu kane por kelala ban poi kane kajaka dan tem kading ethuru banamar ke jingklan jaka ding ki bor pulit na asam ru kila poi hakane kajaka banerap ban tem kading bahrin ka tu kane kenta lala ban tem no kading rege jingdu onong kalakot syaka palat pauklor tengka na ke jing syak bamdo jong kane ka karkhana hakading ndrai kam semladon kanu no khubor halo ke jing jaba smosi ya ki brio namarala ban tem no kading Nagaliang ba raju jerwa orang ba senong ka amjok ulai ku meker pagi gebor pulet na bernihat bat ki pulet penep ding na mai glaya bat asam ki ba ploy ban poi bat bantam me kejing klang jong kading ha kana karkhana na maneda me kejing kur pat syaki wei pat ki benta ki beran marjan bat ulai ku bleiru yakini ki balala bantam me kading kumbala jateng ha kisnem di lalet no ha ka bakading kaju pur syaki wei pat ki jaka
Masa tip itu hakapol bidang ya mut bamja. Teman saya ni happy bekerja pada ini hapan mare kena. Sebut pun ayo. Ya tren bagi member sekretari begini gila don lupa. Man menyarap. Iyo kadin. Beli kadin. Ya member seperti pakai ni ketika factory ke pasna mattress di foam factory. Try beu ada junjun wala. Entah masa tip tambah ngayo tuntuk tentang kalau clean di manager body zaman ni company yang bakal di nak short circuit ya kata buat ni bentar kita ya punya ni ke detail sebentar entah kan kamdan le kan kita kalau kita beli macam itu sudah ni
kila Arab lu bersenang kila Arab ha kali am beli suabun poi fire brigade di bersenang kila wan kila RMT kila zang ke dan bang ni penjaya ke ting sosial kena bahaya betul
aku beli terbang tentang kena senang di banyak senang kan pergelai yo ban yo Araban beli begitu kan mereka
mesin jaya kene kila tip suah mesin information dalam senang mesin ini itu kila tip ya SP office kayak edisi mana ni untuk mahal kawan napo fire brigade untuk apa banyak news apa di video ni public instant di
Da kejing subajor halor kejing kelat jong samla bipol inghi na kesnong kulia haga distrik Riboy. Kumta ki bahayang bahasam kil ujor ke jahar haga tanat maulai baki subajor bagadan lendat halor kerukom kelat jong nu samla. Kamtam haba kiladon kidak mong hakamet jong u. Hadin kejing lap jeng bahayang ya kidak mong bat jeng jengam senam kabladan hakamet yap jong u samla belatip keteng kumu bipol inghi na kesnong kulia haga distrik Riboy. Ublah kelak no menhaga Tarik pula lengkot arajar arpun rio hasu peker hospital. Nakliang ki bahayang daga basubayo dan iya selendat kejeng kelak no jong nu samla. Kumta ki ujor ke jahara ke tanat maulai bat gladawaru ban le ya ke postmortem haga no po civil hospital haga Tarik pula lengkot. Kumle thu do kunyi jong kur inghi uba tisha inghi borurang ba snong kulia uba komen Kiliatu ru bau bipol inggi udai ubatrai hak skul ba nehu bat kumule ojengte hak handle trek kelalan kuat arajar arfun rio ki bahayang kili ojengte bula poi sesupikir hospital hadian mula kelon hi ndrai hak pratrek kelalan kuat pat ula kla no nek jing mensau Kiliatu ru bahadian bala pendap iki kam hasupikir hospital kelara no ek madiap jung samla shala shnong ban pendap ya kejing lian yang bakat do klem kado jengte ya kejing japura Ndrai day kat bah kidang pengkot kemet juu ki bahayeng kilalap kidang mong bat jeng-jengan sena maka met juu bat kani kelawan rak penban ya kejeng suba dan keke helender kejeng yap jong nu samla kumta na kaliang ki bahayeng kelu ujor ke jahar ka tanat mulai ban penlong ya kejeng toket bat ban le ru ya ka postmortem ka nong po civil hospital ha ka Tarik pula lengkot bat menta kidang ap ka kai pot ban tip sya ka daw jong kejeng yap nu samla
ikung bahayeng hasem jong people inhi kon jong ba komping inhi angkat ne bahing se mar basnom badan langhang ne khamat jong pri kelpa ane ki bapet ya kane ek baja kai basem jingi kabia dei bat di bukil inhi oba o bukil inhi para jong ba nitul badan langhang ne ka ek baja kalong bahakan Tarik akan Tarik ya u people layo jintip ba ur niyo kebor nak parok je trilang yu hapo ka compound nehu utrai kum u special guest hapo guest house te hata kapor ba ur kiong ba kila lira sinigrim na grim prinsip lira sa nasaret kisurum bat kipara sa sepeker kapor bara sa sepeker niyo kata kebor por chip je pat adin ba arpo menit pat niyo biang gajing pun ke ba diong ba ulah pengjur tegila pedrong hapo ka ICU tengi rong namar ba benyo ya gajing tersan ngap pembahaya ke jum sa ju niong torak sapo ICU henry ndala poi ni kumbahi ngasem por sa beje namar kan ti bejengai te ulah don po ICU ngimla sebenye kran ubru don ha gajing bom ti brief su banyak kran ne god itu ya ki bahi ngasem te ka Tarik kapor kaya kumtu ha kan Tarik nadu Tarik sekali lek kumtu te umlong ngipek umla sebenye kran ya hakapo Tarik bat itu hakapor sausan beje san beje ni yo ka jingtip na doktor ba une beri dupi bipol inhi ula klano te ni kelipat ngiru ag jing lului namar ngim ye iki baja ni itang taga e dak bedon cha lendet ni sedin te ula klat te wong ngiran asa yeng ula klat namar ke ni thu jung ki ngi hab nge ya ke e ba ki parok jungu gile bhayu te ngira na sayeng enda la poi haying ni kum bahing asem kade gerkom yau bala klat ban nyat ban khoi ya net ku phaju sabun rung sayeng te la nyat ban khoi ndai kum bang i hak dak mung ko bodon hak sedem hak ne ki net phaju kalala pen sisi yangi bat ka pen artin yangi ken ya ka e ga ba kum bayatu ba ur hende ga jikur bat kata ga jing jai u kami habsu tingi kum bahing asem ngiwan ban yakren bat ki kulit anang po te kulit ko ke aji mo chingi benle da FR te ya ke bangi de benle FR kipa nomor kane gajah samolai sekte jeka tingi le samolai te namolai haji ya keren jingki ke sim ya ke FR chingi te ke jingi keren jingki ban ni kulit no po te ki ailat ban omba le postmortem ya ke met chingu ban ya isisha te gila ngilara eu minin sane sa po civil no po te mentang yang up ya kerpuat kita nilai yang postmortem te kane ke baja kalau ke bawa keno ngo yangi kalau ba ya kiwe ru ki biasa ibe trilang kamtam ke ceja ya hapo ka dehu hapo kumpau dada de bat kino ru te ndai ni pat yim kono ya no ni ai ke jismu ya gitu perlu ki bayarap ban lira itu ka mer jingo hapo ke hospital ndai ke ba panuan padlengi kelong ba ya matai ngi su abet ya report ke ba ngiyo na doktor bat ke ba ki polis kilek ya ke kamu bakidai bilek tangga-tangga de gaji kuat jingi hendai barok ngi penpau gaji sengu gaji lebah ya kitu gi barak ya uruk te ngi mdon kono no jing kono ya kiro kata gade na yang jingi bayang sem jong bipul inghi tengi ai gaji semu ya kane ke pentai ya kulit gula simti macam pia kane ngi kermen ba na yang kulit ru kin ai report ke babiang kat kum ke ba mki kiyo kermen ba kin ai gaji trilang kinirap ingi namar ngimde kita gi ba ndon ke jinang di start ibdon musba ka phego biang dia le ban wa jeng hisha jagan dia gede gaji kuat gaji rap tinggi te kermen ba naliang ke kulit nanti liang ki bahan di bedon hang nerok kini trilang agane ke step idon di kongorona MDC jingiru ai semu ya ai gaji semu ki bagi dem talang ni ne rembak senong gula ya trilang nduk mendin ban yo ya gene ke benta ban de ya posmeten de ke ba hakmat ke de ke ba ni ap ya report na posmeten ban na kulit de halor kata benta dengan tu sakmat ke benlong ke benca dan yang jingi ba ya kasem ke tangta
Superintendent ki pulet ke district East Khasi Hills uba Vivek CM uli tho bakatanat pulet ka district kadang toket bani ahlo ke jingyap ubipul inggi ubri nong tre casual hak school ba nehu uli tho bakane ke jingja kelaja man haka ndru tarik kula lengkot arajar arkun riau haka por ngba nyu steng janmiet haka we ke jingle sobha rangkat ki parlok nong tre ubipul ulaman saujor haka ne sngi ba ula klat no haka pratarek ukala lengkot hasu care hospital Ndrai ki bahayeng ke suba badan ke iki shlendat namar bagilalap ke jing mong ha kemet jing ki bap ni ba kam de ke jing kelon ke bakensan uba Vivek se mulai tho bagidang ap ke kai pot jing postmortem nanong po ban pensisha la de ke jing yap ka badai na ke jing ja accident na ke jing yap ka badan ki badan ni helendat bala peniap yu ki pulit klasiam ya ki statement ke parlok bedan lang ha ke sngi ba ke jing toket kan ya sprang halor ke jing ja
na ketua kes jong bipul bipul inhi disha udai ustaf jong ka school of technology jong ka nihu di hak tu sngi kum ka jing toket hadu mentahi ngelap ba ki alias ngobahi gi palok jong te gi palok jong gi beri staff nang tai nihu hi bad hak tu sngi hi kum mengilai yo kum ba ka jing kum balalap jing toket hi u kadan ka jing ur jong ban nak ta jing ur kadang jing mensa tinggi nang ap sakai kai pot ka postmortem pot nang tena nong po bingin pensisa kalau kalong kumno ta injury kalong homicidal ne kadai ka injury due to accidental fall de kata ka statement bat ka report jong postmortem ngin hap ya pet ngin hap compare staff ni casual employee jong ka school technology security guard kumbala thon in kong ning minshwa kumba ngasai ho snam hajar khat nuwaina kumta khatwaina kharar u trekum security guard rei menta lu trekum staff jongka school of technology jongka ni ho
Superintendent ki pulet ke district East Khasi Hills uba Vivek CM uli tho bagi pulet ke lakyam yu home guard volunteer ubelatip kerteng kumur regan karlor halor kejing sapriang gawe ke video hakaba ula berngam berset pada wapisa silak tengkan undongnya akali. Superintendent ki pulet ke district East Khasi Hills uba Vivek CM uli tho bagi pulet ke East Khasi Hills ke lakyam yau regan karlor laipsan senam gerta ubedai home guard volunteer hamaran rating traffic branch hadian bagawai ke video na YouTube da ukaran gwala XP kelas apriang hakarensan social media ini kejingja kelajana dok arpun rau trek uno apra arajar arpusan ha Happy Valley Andai kalami pertai pat haka kadar terik pelalengkot arajar arpun riau. Uba Vivek ia mulai tu hak arpun riau terik kat bau karluar urang dan haka kam hasaulat. kawai kamarti 800 kelajan tenrai u. Kum tahu labe akan kali bat lap ha Happy Valley berularung hapo kali bat berngam bandawa pisah silak tengka. Hadin geje keran ula penhiara gador syaka khatsan hajar tengka kabagi nong syang kali kila lit syem na ATM na yom madan reteng pansio u. Halor kania ka thanat na badan reteng kala register ya kamoko doma suo moto hapo kendon BNS extortion criminal intimidation. Laweng no yau karlor na kakam balawan rayu ha ke yang bishar.
Ika kajingong jungu hi wang ba kani kakali kala jan yu Hendrai bahkan tadi baka yu ti kamot udan ni kumenyi haki CCTV cameras footages mengiyo udan ka handset ula di pentip syaka branch bat kamdan kanu jimen saw hakamet jungu ti kata ka baong ba kani kali ka tenra yu lesia kala ya state ne kala jan deyu hendai ban ong bakan tenra yu bu dawa do silak ki kata kalau along bian baka bro nogrem bro tang na jing le jongwi ubreu hi ka long kala thad ya ka police department hendai hakanu ka organization ni dan hi gini support hi ki ba ngide ban identify ban ngide ban weng ru but ka STP kam dalong hi kam long hi dasatia kam ta hi ngide we are committed to public service and ngi long zero tolerance ya ka kanu ka kambean menshwa ha uni ladan bat ngi mentala dan kumak laisna me bat ladan benta kaban kem hi kali ba drugs ha katu ka sngi hi udan marwai bat lesi bakin nanya state ru ne ki na jan rai u ne slot yu uladi ban pentip syaka branch bat hakani ka benta ru kila don hi ki officers bat ki head constables pandi ban dan kuna mahandai uni pada naka duty pada ulashim kabu pada ban dawa pisah simat hi pi kani ka jing toket kadang dei tang tasngi hi kadang don ka inquiry ban ngila register case nang ni sifat ngin dang toket susu laudan keti ha kibri kibala angat hakum kini ki apot hi kidi ban wan sakamat hi ban kawai ru ye kibri kibawan nabar hi ngaken tu kan pham ki ru ba kidi ban phone hi ha number 112 da kidan kanu anu ka kajing kedua ka balang kum kani hi ka pen kamaran ya ka district police bar kamela police bar ka wai hi
Kinong elam jong seng san pertai ke All India Trinamool Congress ha kesing baar jong tayo kilalit ban pensngau ya kejing sngau lem halo kejing kla no udil seng m sangma na kejing sya thombor ki runar bat kiladawa na sarkar bagadai ban kam mardor ya kibedan keti ha kene ka kam runar unong elam kalian persya u Dr. Mukul m sangma rengkat kinong elam ke TMC Haka kalai terik kula lengkot arhajar arpun rio kilalit sngau lem ya kejing kesem jong udil seng m sangma ha golgau kabahap apok ka thanat raja bala aban pekan mahu ni bodil seng udah dikot keseng acek bad ukpajik sangut kikun ula klan no adian ula syak tombor gidel bamla aban itu menha ka kendai terik kala lengkot arajar apun rio u Dr. Mukul M sang mau la penra me kejing singap jar jang sarkar halor gi kambean ki baja ka ne ka than ba ula dawa ba sarkar ka ben kam mardori ki beden benta ka ne ka kam bat bandawa ban khang mardori ki jakati mau bean bat ben klan ke jing pahara ki pulet la ban gro hang ne bahalok ne jing ja ki pulet ka West Garo Hills ki lio ban kem ya laingot ki basu badon kti hak ne company ap u deputy commissioner ula thaw ka peace committee ban penne ka shongsan ba ka jing itli apre ki ben rio hak ne ka than
What must be the circumstances pertaining to that particular incident is something which I am yet to be really be equipped with, because I must be sure of the inputs that I'm receiving. But one thing I will tell you, see, this is also another thing. What has led to this kind of situation? Where is the place of occurrence? Place of occurrence is in those areas where illegalities are going on. You know what illegalities? Have you heard about that? Illegal stone quarry. So this government is the author of all illegal activities that is happening across the state. That's why the MRSSA is not implemented. The entry exit point, the facilitation centers, we have identified number of areas across Assam Meghalaya border in respect of Garois, bordering West Garois, bordering Southwest Garois. What has happened to them? Now, every activity, whether it is illegal quarrying and then transportation of illegal mined minerals, everything would have been under strict vigilance for the authorities. The authorities could have taken cognizance of every attempt to engage in any illegalities at the cost, at the interest of the state. Now, if illegal activities are going on and that illegal activities pertaining to illegal mining of minor minerals, how it is flourishing there? How it is flourishing there in the first instance? Therefore, what I have heard is that because illegalities were going on, we have to know whether the members of the NGOs have gone to stop it, close it, or something else. We have to know. Now, in absence of correct information, that's why I'm saying I do not know exactly what has happened, leading to that particular unfortunate incident. I condole the loss of precious life, and I pray for the speedy recovery of those injured. But at the same time, at this juncture, I think the district administration should take all measures to restore peace first, because this particular incident have all the, this can be interpreted in giving a communal color also. That should be avoided under all costs. I will appeal to all concerned to see that good sense prevail, and everybody's effort should be first restore peace and do not allow this particular incident to create any kind of situation which will create communal hatred, because this must be considered as an incident which has unfortunately happened, and it has happened because of the government watching silently and allowing criminalities to happen in that part of the state. It is happening in Rivera also. You go, you can visit, we can go and have a drive, quick drive. Everywhere illegality is going on. So this government has perfected the art of allowing illegal activities. For whose interest, we have to ask them. But against the interest of the people and against the interest of the state. Reversing this to restore order will be a tough job. So, recreating a state with the same kind of environment where people had the fear of law, I think it's important for the citizens of the state to understand that responsibility. We have to set the state in order. Today, the state is in disorder. And the incident in Garwes is just a testimony of that. It's just tip of the iceberg.
Haga step jong ka sipale jong ka tayo. Kamala ka bahajrong jong ka Shillong Government College of Engineering kelasya bamdo akadeng kabala kelang bah. Nrai haga ne gejengja amsyam ladan pat kanu gejengja ka basngusi ban nagaliang ki pulet ka thanat maulai kidang penlong ya kejeng toket ban lap ka dau tenrai jong ne kejeng ploding. Hagawi kejengja ka belaja haga step jong ka khatsan Tarik Kuala Lengkot arajar arbun riau haga ba kamala bahajrong jong kejaka pulia ka Shillong Government College of Engineering kelasya bamdo akadeng kabala kelang ketsana kapor new statement step ye. Menteri rang ba kejelau konrat kongkal sangma bakran lo kene kejingjau le pentep bahadu mentam padan kanu kejingja besmusi ke bakta kejing embrio lan otang kejing julor ki kenro bagi tiar kitar. Abai kran badu principal jangan ke college Professor C Merthong. Leto bakading kelas sedang naga kamera bobo tiar jong the sports department. Wala 4 tikenabha dan subajor bagi kejing plo kala bende na kejing tot aku boarding. U principal ula pensyai bagi kuliah juga kena kampak dan jekta ai mar bagadang dei tang ka batch ke belengkong. Ndre ula kentu ke sarkar berpemploy ke jing maramot nang ban ombo jengi ke college ai ke sing benwan. Kan bagi pulet ka thanat maulai kedang penlong ya ke jing toket ke babnia halo ke jing ja.
Kajing ingi kadai ngayo jing tip himna step kumbah nyo arfun riu nyo baji arfun riu menite phone chuki dari nga ongsar kami tedam ka kamera. Tengaru untuk immediately ngi lawan senya. Hapor bang lawan ngapade nomor ba kita ka kamerahi kede ba occupy ka sports ki book ki sports goods te ki terayu ki bo sapor ngintip nomor andar lokan ki but ki jaj ayu ki balong gumno ki tiaru ngintip nomor ba khang tala mo te ngila persang hi ban use gini ki fire extinguisher ki ba 4 kg tu ngila sedang mendaus ka fire tamang ngimla ban pli ngimla ban e nomor ba andar lokan ki te tanda kala ding kala mi sabar te ngila phet no te immediately ngala call ru ya ki fire service te fire service immediately la response te hadin bala ya one ki fire service te kila take over maki gumno ban ayu te takes around nearly one and a half hours 1.5 hours ban daus ka fire ken tangkum tahi
Te habidi bekeni ke jingbu tian ni mentala ya ila kandu benai la na dan senam ne jingbu te kitia habidi ba jingstu.
Pi karkum ki records na marga nga join hang ne ho new tariku Oktober 2000 Nei te karkum ka minutes ka ba karkum ka records ka badan profile ki ong ba within 6 months from 7 of August 2025 bagin remove 6 months kan within 6 months te na sports department ro nglai kendu hibat ki 2-3 times untuk ban request bagin remove nomor kumba PE menta ka engineering college kelas sedang te ka college ro ka don kami ki ka space ban set up ki lab ki library ki ni tai te makiru ki la ong bagin remove no nomor ka date ban ayu te ka timeline te kala kod te makiru menindu kita wan access hing ida ya kendu hiang ne ong ba within this week kin vacate no te kina kinong trainer sport menin ki don lang ne nginang ya plan hi ba ana ong hi ki remove sa kan ne khanang ba nganyo ban bu no ki furniture ki bala poi nomor ki kuma pi hi te hanang ki furniture la don ha beranda ha passage kan pat yo ban bu sapo nomor ba ki khampat ayu nomor ki sabi ki ni tai under lock kan ki beken maki ki nimtip ki tiara yu bu sapo te menin ngila ong ki ba kin sedang man remove sa kan ni ka room khanang ba nomor ngi ka session menta ka second semester kan sedang hau February first week te tangkan no ki khana ki layu kadang biang ka por lada ki ayu thang ba ka jian okum ne puden ong sukum no ken iya ba menta te kanung perkata nomor ba kada di tang fast batch kadang don tang si batch lada ka concern department ka le no ban repairing nang klo te mat kam dakta nomor ya ba menta hi kemud ba kidang don kiwi kamera ru ba sin bagila vacate ka sports kitu ki item jong ki tengila la ban nang house hang to kan nang set up kalak pen te bakan kata te kanung kata re tambarong request hi ka department mo bakin le kloi ka repairing ni tai khanang ba kan long healthy ru ka cause of fire ta ngam da tip tikna gen bale maybe short circuit ne tang kata hi bla ban ong hanre ban ong fall place ne sta te kam ka fall play te mut kalong kam datan imat nomor ba under lock kan ki te
The fire obviously was promptly extinguished and no other floors have been affected. But of course, we are ascertaining the damage that has taken place there. But by God's grace, there was no casualty, and nobody was, as far as the reports that I've received, nobody was injured. But yes, there has been some damage. I don't have the full report with me, but I just had the preliminary report. So.
Kakenhuan kisamla pule ke skol ba nehu hagala asngi ublai jeng katayo. Kalalet ya kendo yo menteri ketenat pule putih kejelau ba la kemen remboi ban pensengau ya kejeng ke bagi mat na kejeng peptre vice chancellor kabala kenjo syaka saus pa sengitam. Menteri ketenat pule putih kejelau megalaya ba la kemen remboi ule penpau kejeng sokya halo kejeng hiar ke kompeniat kam hak skol ba nehu. Hadin boleh kendo ikin hon boper hanehu haka kat arterek pula lengkot hajar arpun rio. Haka bagi no alam kan nehuta kan nehusu ka KSU nehu unit bat kiwe kilawan ban pensengau ha menteri halor kejeng ka makin mat ha ka skul ba nehu. Ha kejeng ekran bekelar patai kubor ba lak men romboi ule to bo vice chancellor Profesor PS Chokla Shimladan ha ka kampus lapalat saus pasmi. Kebala penlong ya ka skul ba banduna ka bor ban chem kirai badan kam. Namar kejeng bamdan Vice Chancellor, Upro Vice Chancellor Shillong buat registrar, kalakta ahado kabapenmi ke result kejeng siutulop berkiwe kam akademik. Wat Upro Vice Chancellor Keturaru Syam lawan mencemti kam jong acting Vice Chancellor. Uba alakman roboy ulatho sya ke sarkar pedeng, hagaba ulatho sya Menteri Ketenat Pule Putih ke sarkar pedeng ban penbet ikne kendrum kenram. Kesorkar jela kadang ya buat dia ke report jok inquiry committee kalau ada IT kenang ban yo ya kajuba balor kijing e ke kenduk menta. U menteri ulaban bakane ke jingthot ak skul ba nehu ke kata ki college baro ha megalaya ba de puli puthi jong ki khna pulia ha kane ka than.
The association from Meta, from Nehunsa, from Nehuta, and the KSU Nehu unit. They come, as you know that for the past more than 400 days, there is no vice chancellor in the campus of Nehu. The vice chancellor, Professor P. Shukla, he have been out of station, as I said, for more than 400 days. So the Nehu decision in Nehu have become paralyzed. More so because of the resignation of the pro-vice chancellor of Nehu. So this thing has become quite difficult for the Nehu to run. Our priority is that whatever may be the thing, that the universities should function and should not affect the student community in Nehu. But as of now, we learn that without even the pro-VC in Shillong campus, it is very difficult for declaration of result, for payment of wages, for sanctioning of different seminar and all, or for the more importantly for the declaration of result and other program of Nehu. So they come to apprise me, and as you know also there is one pro-VC in Tura campus. As per the in Nehu, whenever there is no VC, the pro-vice chancellor of will take over. But they inform me that the pro-VC of Tura is not willing to come over to Shillong. So we have to find the solution. And I have informed my officers to arrange the meeting with the pro-vice chancellor of Tura to see what is her view, so that the government main intention is that the program, the student community should not be at all affected in Nehu. Because if it is affected in Nehu, that means it affects all over the state. Because many of the colleges are affiliated to Nehu. Even the scholarship of students also, it will be affected. And as you know, as of now, there is no registrar, it's totally, so to say, I myself, I don't know who run the Nehu and how they could run the Nehu. I have written to the Honorable Union Minister on the 15th of December. I have tried to meet him. I will try again to have a meeting with him that a permanent solution could be arrived so that the functioning of Nehu, the premier university in India, could be the academic business, and that running should be smooth. But for the present, we have to find a solution within the statute of Nehu. How? When there is no VC, the pro-VC will be as acting VC. But when the pro-VC is not willing to come to Shillong, so how to find the solution? So I have told my officers to contact the pro-VC and have the formal dialogue, the formal consultation, how this issue could be resolved temporarily, and let the ministry, as and when the ministry able to find the replacement, they may post report. We cannot wait for the day-to-day affairs of them. As I said that the it affects the student community not only of Nehu but all the affected college. If the result could not be declared on time, if or the program of Nehu, and as we know now, the government of India or Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he really want to take the education into a new height. That's why a new education policy 2020 have been launched, and every day new circular from a different regulatory authority has been given to different state government, different university. But if there is no head, how to go with? So do it is a central university. I find that it is incumbent upon me to see that this issue could be resolved immediately for the benefit of the student community.
Menteri Ketenat Kakak Kakya Agajala Uba Wailat Miki Shela Hagasi Balang Jagatayo Ula Pensyai Bagajing Slam Mensiu Tulap Ya Kinas Kibat Terekam Daka Kontrak Kadai namar Kasamoy Terekam Jengki Kalau Kutno Bat Kumta Hab Ban Pat Daka Wepat Kejeng Terwa Syakatenat Planning Bat Finance Ban Mangya Kepisah Bensiu Ya Ketulap Jengki Menteri Ketenat Kakak Kakya Agajala Megalaya Uba Wailat Miki Shela Hakakalai Terek Kula Lengkot Arajar Arpun Rio Uli pensyai bagi jenis lemen siu tulap ikinas baterai hagakam kontraktual dari namar kasamoy terikam jaki kelakut. Habakran ikilat patai kubor menteri uloong bah hagapor batungkam kontrak ikinas kesorkar kelakudau lupai kasamoy bagi dia baterai hagakam. Kumta ketenat kakoi kakya kahap ban pak jing terwa dakawai syakatenat planning bat finance ban mang tengka ban siu tulap. Oleh itu, bagi dan hapok saus pangut kinas di baterai kontrak, ibang pada ketulap jong menai naiweng bat nopra arhajar arpusan, bat ukla lengkot arhajar arpun rio. Kajing terwa pisah mentah kelepoi syakat tenat latengka, ban menjor gamang tengka, bat hapok nu benahi kepisahkan poi ban siono, ya kinas ki baterai kontrak.
Haga last time por pini apoi neki nomor galak bu la don ka timeline. Te mentah nomor kalak kut ketu, ke mentah nyidang simpor kan dia ban penbej ya ketu ban re appropriate biang ke sesi te mentah kala ya within this January itself kala yo the should delay kendiat ba nomor kala aku tengi ham pak biang pak proposal biang nakawai ke saka planning finance kuta terter ke ban yo approval
Bukan simpor nuan ni dan
am simpor so that is January itself kan kala be nomor kala mentah kala don pada finance setang ban pledge sanction dia kata amde ong verbally tapi amde bong verbally namar nila sio tho hi kene ka kam is an ongoing process mo amde tang kan ni in the past also namar ni sio tho ba ka health department is very different from other department amde kum kwe ki kam it deal with life and death of the people kana kata ni sio tho hoi kan sadon kedon ka delay slight delay ha ka office work tingin namla ban ong ban pensenge ya ka kum no kin ong yo kan ye kin nos ba em namar ka bampoy ayu tan nai ban tre Kidon kumba kumta si aspa prapoka plus bat sekituti ayu kumta si lai duna sauspa
Halor kejengkang tala kitra jaka ya PHC hanong or welingkot menteri ula pentep bagi tra jaka ya kang tala ya PHC namar kejeng pia ne jeng rengkam ya ka wen ki konjoki ha ka ba kesorkar ka thungkam tang ya ubai ne kalong yeng kat kum ki kendon Uba wailan meki shilau le tho bag sarkar kadang persyang ban pesngo tho itra jaka bat penbaj kene kakam kat kum ki kendon an. Menteri ul kentu bag sarkar kala ban ai kam tang ya wei dukhat na kayeng ka ai jaka bat lese ka jingkul mar kelami namar ka jing mamekran pensyai bha na do basdang. Menta ketenat kadang penbiang ni kot kisla balada poish do puat ban poish yang syariru sarkar ka nombakla hak rukam ai kam. Ban chupen kan mau kitrai jong jaka balate ke PHC hanong or welengkot kila kang talan sendon ke PHC hadin baglas aweng kam no ko we ke khon ke bayo kam hagan ke PHC baca bantrai tang we ne ki dikot jong long yeng jong kitrai jaka
kalau kejimpiak kami pengirang ya ka proses of discussion karang ya ngidang ya persang penting nguthu iki namar ka pi namar ka sarkar ka habya kat kum ki kendon no ka ladon hiki guideline kini kita iba kum lan owner kat nungut ki dai ban yo kam te ngi hap stick ya kata namar la chai le sisngi la dingi le chaka kod ka kod kan ya kat kum ka
Kita gila ong ru bala deb ya te so sekolah mau ban ya tu ka khon ban ai kam re kum no pat ki be kam ga
kata ke nyoi pi nomor por baki ya sai nganam kwa ban komen ya no tambah in the past nomor baki kembut ya kendon kat kum ka tu ka ain ba ba ai jaka te ya ki be ki lan honor la ban ai tangi be kam ke te ki ha ka tu ko por kim sunu tho ki ye yu mo por ba yu ki himat ka there is a communication gap na kata ka dau ki la ya imat ki la ya sai ki la ya tho te kum ta te tingira persang pan ya pen be ya tu rak ya keren
Chairman ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board UR Naina Malay ulapan pau. Bagi Sarkar Meghalaya kadang ap ke Sarkar Assam banda trelang lengba ke Joint Action Committee. Ban kemi bat pendunai ke jeng penjabo ekal air hagathan bernihat. Ka Sarkar Meghalaya kadang ap ke Sarkar Assam banda trelang lengba ke Joint Action Committee ban kemi bat pendunai ya ke jeng penjabo ekal air dan ke air pollution ha bernihat. Ya kini lethot Chairman ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board UR Naina Malay. Leto bawalau Menteri Rangba ke Jalan Meghalaya ulat hok siti ke Sarkar Assam kampat a yagi kerteng jangki dekot kumta ka kam kadang sakut ulah kedo bo minta kal air kala kambha ha ka ba ka AQI ka long shis pa alai pho ka ba pa po ka kerdan moderate ha ka senam arajar arpusan ka AQI berokobai ka long shis pa alai ka ba ni bakal air kala kam kuat bani ka ba menchwa ha ka baidai bagi karkhana ha Meghalaya ki dan sapu tali bandru tali ki bahab hagarat kategori kerbah Assam kiran live kundai teli hagaba arpo teli kiha hagarat kategori ka Meghalaya kala siam gi senjam gi baperking kentop ke jingkhangai karkhana bat ke jingdan kuna ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board ka kentu ka Assam manle unjo namar kal air kayat klamda pet upot jongno hagaba dei bagi jin pensyai halor ka CREA ulong bagi report ke bakeno bagi bernihat ke jabo atam kala bandai nak yang ka Assam Namar kikor ka Meghalaya ki pani bakal air kala khambha.
So as per the current level of air quality index in the Barnihat is 130, which is moderate, and the same thing can be verified by the Samir app, which is developed by the Central Pollution Control Board, which gives the hourly updates, real time data of National Air Quality Index. As per that record, it is 130. And same time, we also have established continuous ambient air quality monitoring station at Barnihat from Meghalaya side, and also Assam side also one is already operation. So the data is linked to the Samir app, and the Samir app shown this of 130. Whereas ours is also almost same data, it is confirmed, and of course, our data is also confirming the same. So all is confirming only it is moderate. But however, this data is this is based on the Barnihat of Assam side. So Barnihat of Assam side, maybe they should have mentioned as a Barnihat instead of Barnihat. So Barnihat means they'll say always like Meghalaya. So Assam side is called as a Barnihat, BURNIHAT. Maybe they mentioned Assam side. Maybe it is not pertaining to Meghalaya. So maybe Meghalaya side is as per our records, and also the record to maintain the records of continuous ambient air quality monitoring station established at Barnihat of Assam side also showing the same record of this zone. Like today's air quality index is 130 only. So it is moderate. It is improving because last 6 months, 1 or 2 times, maybe due to some reasons, it has spiked to little poor status beyond 200. And now it is always like if you see the records of Samir app, it's showing like moderate. So now it is improved a lot.
Ka dorbar shnong Gulf Links bat ka seng samla Gulf Links dong maupun. Hagasing baar jong tayo gilalit benjurep iksurok hagasnong badap da gejeng so benyau bensaki bakatenat Public Health Engineering PHE bat ki contractor kila syuie bat kimchim lasna ne maramot yak surok hadian bakiladap banti bat siang yaki pipe Kinang alam shnong ga Gulf Links kila penpau bakijing lek katenat PHE bat ki contractor kiba pentre ga kam klamada maramot nasna iksurok mentalabun benai hadian bakiladap ban siang yaki pipe Kalau pentot ikalit kawan jegi patba bagi nong shnong ka maupun Gulf Links. Kani gejing jurip jengki kadai hadian bakilayo gejing ujor gi nong shnong ki belapan pau gejing sertok akayat ke yang hakani kesurok ashnong namar bagi kontraktor kim syam lasna ne maramot kesurok. Hadian bakiladap banti benta lalai kenaikan. Presiden kaseng samla Gulf Links maupun unit ubah koridor El Nongkendri, ula penpau kejeng Sukia halo kejeng penslam menteri pendat kena kakam. Batwala keladak mensiang yang dipaip ndai kim syam lasna pat ke surok. Kumba kade long bat kania kala ketajur gipat ba. Urang ba asnong ubah Michael Heck ulang bagador ba asnong golf links kala ai Porsche tayo yaki kontraktor. Bagi di ban maromot no ke surok kaba keladak banti balada ki pulam menle ai hekbede bagania kador ba asnong kamban se mele ujor dak ejaha bat bencim ki senjam ki bating e. Kentup akban weng no ki paip keladak mensiang. Ula penting bagador bar senang keladak ban pensengau syakat kenat PWD hakabede bagajeng snew jang surong. Bat katenat PWD kala pensyai bakatenat PHE gede ban syem ya kejingkit clear kabala pentrei ya kakam ban siang pipe bat ban senapan bahabiang ya ke surong.
Jingti keladak ti along le jingti ba kila shui ni ki man repair man he. Ka kata syama ba nakaliang kador bar senang rukat nusin ni la komplain ni la kan. Syabi kin trei kan ni kila wan ban sim permission kini ki kontraktor. Teman-teman kena phone ke mobile ki switch off. Switch off ke mobile lu te nakaliang jongar ngalakran yu pludi lu to pludi wang bakam de ka kam ke jongi kan ni nakaliang pludi de kai ke don kam po snong kini kita inalas kin tu le ma te wang kam de ka kam ram jongi ba kan ni ke de ka kam ram jongi chi lu IT te ngalai kran bi berki engineer po PhD lu tengah so bakim kit khiar kan noro te ye ke jingti wang pi ke ka ke skim juga jerum ma skim juga jerum ki wara ki bro tip ye ke pipe blue wang ne bagi wanti ma kata kam de bangal lem kum ka kam tikal ngar watip ye kata kani ka babi ne ngimtip ye kata te tip kushwan tarukom dan pendep ka skim ru ngimtip ye kata pila lara ka rukum tep ini pipe ni rukum pipe ini pipe kam dalong perfect ru kata lara ka ka wanang ni ni pipe la ta thairu pi kam dan ka blong ta bingiri di kontraktor su thui la jong tip hai di kam tikal kini ki kam pipe bro jadi ta kada to ngim kren ni ka jingtre jong ki ngim kren bitang ko ke sim pila le tip ka man mi ngim keren ni taru ngim tip ka man tamai ke pila ada pilati pila pen mong ka surok ni pila pendep yang maromot ka pulo beli kini jumpa maromot pi ka beli kidon ki kena angi pi em ki yeng ki marjan ni so surok berit kata apa kan gini ki dong ni ki surok berit mata ada kani tangang ni melumala la syang ni surok badan ini seblak toping ni lalut lo kalau syang ni komplain yo pludi nong beli ba ki perkiti kini beli pim komplain SPC mata ladu ki surok ki ong ini jadi kita kata mak kerpat ni chief engineer dekat PhD terus ubah mau kontraktor bakum nur bahapo siteu di pendek ini dalam kita lah dakim pendek tak kayak ka syakmat bakal lek senong tak kata ni pala ban patai mentang ni session meeting ya kan ini ngim kenor ini nur kan dia ngim kenor yang pludi kan dia kamram PhD bat ki kontraktor na kenor ba PhD ngam tip kita kontraktor suwan ban pan permission nangi banti kan dia pembangin pendai ngim bu ni pai dulu bakal mium tang kata ngai permission ngim tip ya kata upu kontraktor yang itu bagi ke skim jeng PhD tak katakan mau pinga banding ini juga kian mau ngai dia jadi nak kaji pendai ini pai dulu ni pemium orang ko bisa sulang kan mi kata ko deh kan mi tak ko bang itu bundai kan ni ngapanya lagi jaga kita punjang dulu sudah pigmentase tang ni po belum sukumpor ngili bak senong lahe macam ni kene kasenong ni ke lahe belum bi ya kau dong ke jungi yang ni tidak pendap benta dia long tu wish up kasenong jungi ke lahe bak geleng lari tim dia tang ni officially check baru kowe ka pedang senong ka kli senong kan mupun kalau sukumpor ulah syeti lho tak katanya keren ding upi ngimtip kata ko ka mi ngimtip re sama long tasin pila le ka pila ti la penmong soha pendek arap pendek teman sini kalian senong kalau mana ada FIR persya kan FIR ka masuk unionur kan ayu kontraktor but kan pak ko pilang si pirin marman ina bi FIR la rakim malle postio taraki halor katar ka FIR kilar kim kit kya teman sini kalian senong habran ka menti yang ni pai blur ngin sei sabarin ngin kidial ni sepe ke ban gas ma ni sepe
Haswa min kimi ki kubor badangsa ngin penken mau biang ya kimat bekongsan jangka kubor mentah ketayo. Menjur kekenhun menteri ban ra ka kaipot jaga expert committee hello reservation policy hagador bar mang tengka. Keloi ke sarkar beneta ke yang dorbar hello ka kaipot ke expert committee jaga reservation policy bad angnut ke sarkar beneselok hello ke jengwan rung ki mendean. Ke MDA ke yat palat ke bor jangka jela ha ke MRSSA ong Dr. Mukul M Sangma. Dawa ki kena pulia ke skul ba nehu ban weng kamno yau Profesor PS Chokla. Syak bamdo pauteli gieng ha ke jingja uploading ha ke than Anjali. Ujor ejahar bat le postmortem ki bahayeng ya kemet usamla baklat na balap ikidak mong ha kemet. Penja buram upulet homeguard volunteer ya ketenat pulet dawa pisa silak tengka bat penhiar syaka khatsan hajar tengka hadian baja ke jing sya tenra. Bat mi kesamla kentai bentrai ya kakam plama. Kekenhuan ki kontraktor hapok kalama jangka Meghalaya Contractors and Suppliers Association. Kalalit bani kendo yung menteri ketenat kauket kakhya uba wailat miki shela bat kala kerpat ban pihak ki kam ban senapan bahai ki hospital kenang bagi kontraktor ki baridru kinyo akalat ban yok kam yok jamlang. Kekenhuan Meghalaya Contractors and Suppliers Association MCSA kala kendo yung menteri ketenat kauket kakhya uba wailat miki shela. Kajing temu jugi kelong menkerpat ke sarkar ban piarit gi kam bapen bha gi jingtai jing hospital ci benta gi barit kenang bagi kontraktor ke jelak nyo kam lang baro bat ban lat ke bapen mi tang kom ko ka package ka bahe habakran bat uba wailat miki shlau la pensyai bagat tenat ka kloy ban le ekani ndrai don pat ki kam ki haban air ka package ka bahe namar ka tenat ka koi ka khya kadang duna nong trai bat ki engineer JE kin shem jeng e ban mi ya ki kam lada kikam ki bon palat hagi jaka. Kumta don kikam kiba omla ban pia namar karukom long jaka jing tray. Wala ketenat kadang duna nong tray ke MCSA kala kentu balara ke sarkar kapenmi kikam kum ki single package. Kadai pat ban penting kena bagi kontraktor ke jelakin om duk benta hak bayo ikini kam penroy hak kena ketenat.
Te hak bayi dai bat ka jing penmi kikam kibadai hak nong ston hari boy Juai mau but kita cikgu bentaru
Southwest Casinos.
apa Southwest Casinos but sya Jantia Hills te kajing permi ke kam kalong ba hakawai ke health center kami be kawai ke package kam te nababun kini ki kam ki renovation works ki repair works te but repair kadai ya ka repair ya ka main building include lang ya ka staff quarters kita nyok pratali ki staff quarters agawai ka health center dan nakalian juga association iwan menyekendo ba nang ba kum kini ki kam ki bala pan pia ni iwan ban ong i kam tam e ba de ba ni po health department health engineering wing anong ki babun ki kam ki de ki ba yo sanction under the state plan te ki ba suk ba ban pia ni ki kam teng suwan ban kerpat i ba nakalian ka jong i in pia ni ki kam nang bagi local contractor kini akan yasem mentala bak kini ke platform ban ya participate kini kita das ila ong ba kabaningkong kadai kajing duna ya ki technical staff namar WUJE upen dot ya baru ko district te kata ka ba penlong ya ka ba nakalian kajong i nakalian ke department ki pen kre baik ka ka package ka ka health center Ndrai ni ngilai keren ni yang ba sisen bakal kita de fiak pen bahana mar ba dai pat bandu ka interest ka jong ki local ki jong ni pa sisen ba ki penmi dum gini ki project long ni nakalian ka jong ki ong kinsa pen ba you kanu berpam ban le ban buni ki staff nang bakan sok pen na ki project ki ban mi nani syakmat ma ban pia iki kita ke beta bagi ni yo betala
two story the one big away big package komi ka tu kamdan ya kata ban umat pia ya kata at ba ikini ki badai ki renovation kini di renovation nang ta ki badai pa kita iba bondli ikam hagju kata ka renovation atu ma tharai lada iai la chukhan lada ka dei arpro tam lai kru ni tila man menta ya katu hakalai la ne ka sau benta ka kanang ma mun ngin yo ya kata ka ini ka platform la ngin long eligible mo mangin la banya participate kan kumi kata ka bala pon siya ka ini siya sikur tam i marladangi dani ya ka eligibility ka ba sughen san paulak ngila mun man ya participate nang benta pan kata ka may inabya
There was a contract association, especially with health. They have come and requested me that the work to be split in a smaller in a smaller group. So, I mean, like from our end, also I have informed them that it is like from there are certain kind of work where we cannot split. And no doubt, from wherever we can split it into a smaller way, so we'll do it. But there are some certain work where we cannot do that. So they also agreed to that, and moreover, I have, and as you know that health is just recently we have like the engineering wing. Right now we are like not, we don't have the manpower like what PWB or any other engineering department are having. But no doubt we are just in the past also we have recruit, and in the future also we are planning more. So that's why like from that aspect also we have a little bit problem in the manpower for the to monitor the work. So that's why like most of the time you will see that most of the work is like in a single package, because it will be, if we split a smaller way in a smaller group, it will be difficult for the engineer, these junior engineer and all, for the to monitor the work.
Menta katayo PCN uralam syapi ya kawai kubor kabala peniteng hakis nem giba menchwa. Syapang kawai kesamla kentai kabana kesnong lapalang. Kabala tre ka kam kum kenong shnai ki pipe ne ka plama. Tongin kemi sipor ya kene ka kubor.
Ta yang jengin tengi wan kalong yang abadong te email ba stre bela yang ki berium te tre long kam sa kling kan te paru di plumber ba stre kam la jong te ka jing yo ru ka ba ta kan tingkat te ndala yo ka kam te ngi means ngi yo akan hayang kum te tu pandana perslap kum tu pada te long iduk ka kami tu bela te myo te hang tu ka ngon ong kum syuk te kayeng ka sem jengi lam non liwat kam wat jam ru bersementaru banyak kami jam ru kebala system mah tengah perkhan ngong di setangani kalak ni ka kami ipa bangan train nomor sa ka we kandiat ngaladan experience maybe ladang dan de ki kam ki bangam danang ru dengan chu long ladan ipa ban nyarap yang ngatinda ilong chu bata yang ngana yeng om tu te ngalit tre kanya ni ka kami
Monica kedai ka kena samla kabana ka kentoi lapalang bat kedai ka khun ka balai bat bakhadu jong ba Errol Thomas na bat ikong sabi dekhar ka kena samla ka bawan na ka yeng ka sem ka bashisur ka Monica la ban ong bakalong ka samla kan thei ka baneng kong hakane ka nong ba ka bantre kum ka plamba ne ka nong shna Hakarta ka bakhat reusnem Monica menta kalatur jakhamat hakani ka kam bat bon hi nakipat ba khamtam jongka thain la imkhra nong thamai lapalang renja bat kiwe kila ithu bhayaka bat jushanya haka lada ki hab bandring thamai haki yeng kisem jongki lani wat haki khap kibadan ka jing julor lani ka jing thut haki pipe kibadan hakleng keleng kini ki kentoin nakabanta kani ka khanna samla ka kam hite kam kerdo syu
kanina duk kadang kena kelung kadang school ka buat baik pah kat sebalik tre pah ka buat baik lik tre te hang ni ngaru nam don lik pah kon tre ka ot thret tik ka tre lu ro kam pum tre pah te mangani minta dangkan tayum tu atayo la jo dang ring ka jong ka para jong ka ring maka he ka lem ka na dok ka baharut kam jam tinggi ngi dadon kam hono no ko baset kipai baset ke ngi pun be ka kawan be maka kalau palat bo di sendang kadang nang ka klain kan ni ka ot set tik ka sna tik sendang ka don bor don kan ni ki kin thei menta long kin thei khasi jongi la ki miok oi kam kim tre bele kum kan ni ke de tre kan ni ki yo be ti ka kam bo buon nama ka kam te kan no ka kam phim de ban soi mo nama ka kam fitre pio la pisat em de fitok fitu syono pio la kam fitre hok la kam te kan ni ka buat be upa te nak tada ko kan salong bre we ni
wat la ka Monica ka jubut ya ukpa jongka hakipor bakadang kham khanna kat sheba ulit tre likta shim lapoi perkhat pan bakan shim khya ban beteng ya ka kam jong
ngas pidin sim janga ta i baka ne khon ta longa ikna baka longa basiluratan barka bas mat bas tengetat baka lomka
kakwai ban trai kan ka kam maka internet maka long ka kam ko de ka kam ko ka long ka kam ka badan buram trai ka de ka maka de ka kam ka bakia kam trai pai ka de bakia sama kibrio pa de kin prakhat kin am baka kan ka kam kan trai kan thai brio kum no de ka kam to kan no kan thai brio ki trai na mar kan de kam ba buram de kan kam ka de badan buram sibon terada ki kan thai kin trai kin ka kam ko lam kai ka ba Benyo zero sibon kan.
Daka jing sung thu bahbat rai ya kan nuka kam don kam ke jing nang jing tip ke bapaka ka Monica kalalet ban penjana ya ka kam daka ba kalalet sendon ban puli ha ITI shilong ha kane ka benta shisnam kanti hangni kaneka khana kalapan pa wila kasap bakadon hakaba wat kinong hikai kijupendon kam yaka ban beten lenti lani hikai lem yaki waipat ki para khana ki baya pulelang hakane ka school
lama majority mentang biar lama kita lajak cepat mentah WGI we kai tek pipe but we PVC blue pipe pendang kam PVC blue pipe minta ka plus datang lang
I feel very happy that I find for the first time in Meghalaya means I have been working here last 20 years. So from this last 20 years, I find only one girl here. She's Monica, and if I talk about her performance, she's very much very good, excellent actually. Because from the beginning of my session, whatever I find her behavior, her activity, attendance, everything is good, really. So I'm proud of her. I find Monica, she's better than boy. Not I am not generalized than she's better than all the boys. Some boys also very much good, very much excellent, very much efficient. Monica also, whatever I find, she's very good. As she's a girl, I cannot tell a girl is very weak in practical. Whatever from my practical knowledge, whatever I find, she's very good in practical as well as in theory also.
Hagaman sem jong ka Monica hi ka kam kalong ka bakongsan wat la kalong haganu kanu ka dorru ki we ki laban perkhan bat kum ye kini ki chai kam ki dai ki basalya banyatrai kham tam ni le ki kan thai prio ka Monica ka lapen i ya ka nuksa ka barat ba ka kam wat la kalong haganu kanu ka dorru dai ban buram bat minot tham haba ka basa ya ka jakpo jongki kham tam hakane ke juk jong ka jingkudu kam keduk jam
nga badong mangan tre kene ka kam hinde ngalak di banglak but hi panadu dang ren dong ngalit skol atan nang tu dapat balat cuti kum tu tingkat ki dan ki nong bala bam wan kum tu di pa yalam mengawan yalam tre kan ban nadu dang ren hi banglak mendin tre ni ka kam nang bangangan kenjeng dengan lera ni ngam dan syu kata manga tre linti sengkeng ru ki bri ki itu yang long kikran bahai tong long amta kan ngas mo feel proud mo yala dia maki beri ki yaro yang ngata beling an shule ran mo mangam syam la tre kan nganu kam ka babakla ngatre ka kam ka babha di perlo ki kemen hi tambaki shiling mo ba ki mta kan gi ong makum no fa fala mentre kan ka kam beri kam senrang mo bibi ngong ayo ka bor na ipai sarai ta kadang ngala mentre kan ka kam ada ipahim support dia ngata ngalak sino kan mentre kan ka kam teling bajing support na yeng hi ngala mentre
wat la ka Monica ka dang susdang ya ka kam dang shen hendrai bun kila yo e ka jinshan ya jongka bat bun ru kitu ki ba ai kam ai jam ya ka kidai kitu ki jo ki briu ki ba jushan ya hau pa jongka ubama u hiru uju penlet jingmut ban penjana ya ka kam ka ba utrei da ka ba but ya ka nuksa ukpa ka Monica ru haba ka trei ya ka ta kam kajupan thikna ban penjana ya ka kam batru ban penhun ya kitu ki bapha kam ya ka
ke dongbok sibut kena ba ke don kupa ban yalam ya ka ban pen i la don ke jungtuna ni tai bat ipai wan ban pen i ni kai tu nak takdau kam yang ka khampa nomor ba am tu kala nang training ni pada ke don guide ba biang kan kupa wala tak post nem betri ni kam aduk dak sena aduk mentang kala temen mun song no dang tri kini kam tang mentar le sim dar la ai sim tri ti dudan ko khun bade ti subin hikai su mu kan da i dung dunau pun i tenat kadau ka kam pada kabiang le si kan dia qualified plumber ka bedengkong ba ngila bani i ba ka tri kami kan kam ngam pun i qualified plumber ki ba ayu ngam pun i kendu dari kini benar kau yang mungkin kalau qualified plumber ke pada yo training nak jaga pada macam kalau nggak tenat kalau nggak nak dong dah sih kalau nggak lam letih ya kena kekam lah pada kita nama kita kekam ke bah bun kam bah ya kibri kita kam kami indang duna lah menong plumber bentri
kumbala kan tho kam menjua hakum kene ke juk jong ke jin kudu kam ka monika ka yeng kum ke nuksa ke barat ba ye ki wai pat ki para samla bat banyak mi than tang ye ka kam sorkar ka kam kebun handrai ka shong satang hakitu ki basung thu bagano kanu ka kam hi ka long ke badan buram bat dai tang ke jingle ran ke bakhang lat ye ki babun ban shim ye ka sin jam kum bale ka monika bat le si la bat ong kebawan ra ya buon kicing hapdeng ke samla keduk kam keduk jam hagani ke jela
kani ka kam ka di bang ngadang puli ka kelas 12 te ngapuli lang nya kani ga plumber hapo ITI ti badan hapo renja te haju senam hinga pendap ya ka kelas 12 bat haju senam hinga pendap ya ka ITI ru mak jing puli jonga hapo ITI ru ka ditang si senam hi ka wi benai ka jing kerduk kam dah kerduk fi aduk kata-kata ma andre ladang ngihi ladang mengihi nitur syakmat am ya kanu ka kam ru inde bengi kerduk kam inde de mengihi bengi nyatur ka kam te hang tu fi ong ma kerduk kam mentanga ngam letre kan ni ka kam ngaleran mentre kan ni ka kam te ubar jela te ujuk lan am mentre kan ni kom example no kontrak ru basim kontrak menta uat beriu ko pentre ko pentre yang sebut ki nong belai dong kam nong bela ki khasi jongi ki leran ben mi ha kim ko menteri ki ko maybe ki ko ki kam ki basuk ki basusyong sutre ta habang kom ta pada te ki kontrak ru bapli ki myo no nang ni nasional ki banse ban wara yu brio nabar ta hang tu brio nabar uyo lat bantre ka kam ada sini brio nabar ubar jela uyo kan uyo bantre hang ni hapo shelong tangam tharai kan dan kajing kerduk kam ada di mengihi di ban mi syakmat di ban teri kakam tikin tharai kinong ki barjalar kinom yo ara ban tre kinom yo lat hira ban wan hang shlong ru bakin tre ada mengihi mi syakmat
Winston Churchill ureu krau ke ribilat barabor ujuong kajing shilur kalong ka atyar ka bakongsan jong upriu lada pidon yaka happy pidon lot baro yiki wepat ki atyar ban job ha kajing im jumpi ngila ban ong ba ke balam lenti ya ke monika ban trei ya kan dikakam buat la ka dei tang ka riu kan thei dei ke jing shilur buat pat sa ke jing minat ba ke jing trei shitom dei kini ki lai jing long ki ban rat deng khong ya ka nong shun ba krau du jong ke jat ban riu kata ke jing
Te parlok da ketua ngila poish ko bakut di kutuk kubor jungi mentang kejan miet ngen se syambiang bat pilih sentayo gitu kasih bat hagajuk kopor kubre shibon kopor jong pi bat siasok